Tell him now. The class says he remains one senator.
Mr. President, we are prompt quorum now. The chamber is ready for business. Distinguished Senator Ashuru, Distinguished Senator Udende, Distinguished Senator Zam.
Senator Abaribe, that vehicle is called a Kennedy Lechuku. That second one, yes. The first one is the young shall grow. The second one is when it is where it enters a Kennedy Lechuku. Then the third one, when there is trouble, it enters Osondo. Osondo, that's the race for life. Is a Chuku, they know it. They cannot do Chuku. So all the announcements I'll make today is a race for life. Please let us look at the votes and proceedings of our last sitting. Page 1951. Page 1952. The Distinguished Senator Ashiru.
Mr. President, I stand to move a motion that the votes and proceedings of Wednesday 29 April 2026 be adopted.
Distinguished Senator Victor Ome.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Senator Victor Ome, representing Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to second the motion ably moved by my brother, Senator Ashiru, that the votes and proceedings number 2 of 29th April be adopted. I so second.
Senators, the motion has been moved and seconded that we do approve the votes and proceedings of our last sitting. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, today, Tuesday, May 2026, marks the birthday of Distinguished Senator Simon Lalong. On behalf of the Senate, I want to wish him a very happy birthday, long life, prosperity, and many more years of service to our fatherland. Congratulations. Distinguished colleagues, may I acknowledge the presence of staff and students of Total Child Model Schools, Duse, Makaranta in the FCT. They are in the gallery to observe today's sitting. You are welcome, and I wish you fruitful observations and journey mercies back to your school. You will be seated. Very distinguished colleagues, This is addressed to the Senate President and it is notice of defection. I wish to formally notify you and the entire Senate through this medium of my resignation from the African Democratic Congress, ADC, and my defection to the Nigerian Democratic Congress, NDC. Is it a problem? I should not have promoted this NDC. I have taken this decision after wide consultations with my family, my conscience and supporters, in view of the lingering divisions in the leadership and unending litigations in the African Democratic Congress. I remain committed to making my contributions towards the development of our dear nation, but this time through the NDC. Please accept the assurances of my highest regards. Yours faithfully, the Civil Senator Victor Ome Oefa. Yes. Congratulations. But do we expect further defection or this is the last one? This is the last one. So is this in line with my doctrine of Osondo Weru? The race for life. Please note. Thank you. I've just been informed also that we have members of Equity Chambers, Faculty of Law, Bayero University in Kano, who are here to also observe the Senate proceedings. They are in the gallery. You are welcome. We wish you fruitful observations of today's sittings and journey mercies back to Kano. You may be seated. Correspondence from Mr. President. The Civil Senator Godswill Akpabio GCN. The Civil Senate President requests for confirmation of ministerial nominee. In compliance with the provisions of Section 147, subsection 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, I am pleased to forward for confirmation by the Senate the nomination of Mr. Joseph Olasunkomi Tegbe as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While I hope this request will receive the expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurances of my highest regards. Yours sincerely, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This correspondence is referred to the Committee of the Whole for immediate action. Finally, distinguished colleagues, this is from me to you. The death of citizen Mene Ogidi and the imperative of national accountability. Before we proceed with today's business, I consider it necessary to address a matter that strikes at the moral fabric of our nation. The tragic extrajudicial killing of citizen Mene Ogidi, just 28 years old. On behalf of this Senate, and indeed the entire National Assembly, I send our deepest condolences to the Biri family, his community, and all Nigerians who have been pained by the tragic incident. Every Nigerian life is sacred. The strength of our republic rests on the assurance that the life of every citizen, regardless of status, location, or circumstance, must be protected under the law. Every nation is built by trust that the uniform of the state will protect, not harm. Trust that authority will be exercised with restraints, not impunity. And trust that when wrong is done, justice will be swift, fair, and certain, not compromised. In this regard, I want to, on your behalf, acknowledge the prompt steps already taken by the Nigerian Police Force in identifying, dismissing, and commencing legal action against the officers involved in the shooting of this citizen Mene Ogidi, a 28-year-old. Such decisive action sends a very clear message that Nigeria will not shield misconduct, that accountability remains a cornerstone of our democracy. However, this commendable beginning must lead to conclusive justice. The Nigerian people expect and deserve nothing less than a transparent and diligent process that will culminate in justice being done and being seen by all to be done. In this hour of mourning, we are summoned to reaffirm our devotion to the principles that define us as a nation: the sanctity of human life, the supremacy of the law, and the steadfast strengthening of our institutions. Our law enforcement agencies must be empowered, yet firmly held to account with discipline, professionalism, and respect for human rights as non-negotiable standards. Standards that affirm that no individual, in authority or otherwise, is above the law, and no citizen is beneath the protection of the law. I urge distinguished Senator Ide Davilone, representing the affected constituency, to kindly convey the condolences of this Senate to the Biri family. On behalf of the Senate once again, I call on all relevant authorities to pursue this matter to its logical conclusion and to ensure that ongoing police reforms are fully implemented so as to prevent a reoccurrence of this tragic incident. So, distinguished colleagues, let this moment of grief spur us to renew our resolve to build a nation where justice knows no bias, institutions command trust, and every Nigerian lives free of fear and free from fear. Let this be our pledge, that no life shall be taken without consequence, no authority exercised without accountability, and no cry for justice will go unheard. May the soul of Mene Ogini, who was murdered by men in uniform, rest in perfect peace. May God continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and may we rise for 1 minute silence in honor of this young child that died. May the soul of this 28-year-old child, Mene Ogidi, murdered by our men in uniform in Delta State, rest in perfect peace. Amen.
Be brought.
My distinguished colleagues, one more announcement and we are done. Resignation from ADC and declaration for Labour Party. Maybe all those defecting from ADC should just compile everything in one paper and bring, so that we don't keep announcing. Because I think ADC is dead. Huh? Well, that depends on the constitution. Senator Ashur is asking how many times can you defect in a month? Please, you have to ask Senator Parliament. Senator Aliyu, as an elder statesman, the question is how many times can you defect in a month? Once. But some have done 3 times. So that's why I'm saying, as the spirit director, that's the voice of the gods. I'm ready to keep announcing, but let us compile all, so that it doesn't look like a daily ritual. Let's compile the names. If you are defecting from Labour, you write all of you. If you are moving from ADC, you write all of you. If you are entering NDC, you write all of you. And then if you are going to Accord, you write. It's neater that way than one name. Well, this one is from an elder statesman and one of the landlords of the Senate. I write this letter to notify you and my distinguished colleagues of my decision to resign my membership of the African Democratic Congress. We don't even approve you're going there. The last time you came, we told you take it easy. It's effective immediately, deserting the party. And then no other explanation. You didn't even say that you consulted your constituents. All you are saying here is please accept the assurances of my highest regards. Yours truly, Senator Engineer Abaribe. Abia South. So Clark, note that Senator Abaribe has moved from APGA to ADC, and now he has moved from ADC to Labour Party. If he brings an iron bone, I won't announce again. Congratulations. Leader of the Senate.
Point of order.
Yes, point of order.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Ositangu. Speaking from this side of the aisle for the first time, and the leave of the President of the Senate. A senator may make a personal explanation, although there may be no question before the Senate. But no controversial matter may be brought forward, nor may debate arise upon the explanation. The terms of the proposed statement shall be submitted in detail to the President of the Senate when his leave to make it is sought. Mr. President, I already approached you on this.
Distinguished colleagues, Senator Ositangu approached me that he has a very short personal explanation to make, which will not be controversial. Is it the wish of the Senate that it be allowed? Those in support say aye, those against say nay. The ayes have it. You may proceed.
Mr. President, recall in 2024, I have brought a matter that is critical not just to my constituents, but to entire Enugu State and in Nigeria by extension. A steep road within my constituency that has claimed several lives, in hundreds. And I